Hello, hello, Mystic GLoLady here. It has been too long since I have done any divination readings. It's been a year and a half that I have taken a hiatus in order to finish my civil rights lawsuit that's now in the Supreme Court, and I've also started going back and seeking higher education. So I've been up to a whole lot of things, and I hope that you have been creating as well. My Patreon GLoLady site is up and almost ready to run. I have my inspirational wallet size photos for download, and also my healthy hippie hemp oil blends and other essential oil blends, as well as tools of the trade. There's lots of different support levels, so I hope to see you on my site, GLoLady, on Patreon. I'll put a link below. And now, on to your readings. Hello, Libra. This is your divination reading for June 2017. And as we started out at the beginning of the month, we have Jupiter. Jupiter, who has been in your first house on top of you in Libra for a while now. And it is retrograde. So multiplying. Have you been experiencing some losses lately? Well, on the 10th, it's going to be going direct. So look for good things coming back into your life. Now, as we go along, and we have Scorpio there, in the second house of finances and possessions, you're not one to go out and brag to everybody else about your possessions. You are a fair, grounded, balanced person. Okay, so maybe not so grounded because we do have a tendency to teeter-totter when we are a scale. You know, too much weight on one side will raise the other. So keeping that balance with your finances is very important to you. And as I said, not bragging what you have, not boastful of. And then on the 9th, we have a full moon in Sagittarius in your third house, the third house of communication, short distance travels. You also have Saturn there, and Saturn is retrograde. So are you learning to speak differently? Are you learning that you need to speak differently? Have you been going on a whole lot of travels lately? And what is an end of that is coming dealing with communication, short distance travels? And then I'm hearing brothers that are coming in too. Um, hmm. That I'm feeling something that is going to be coming, that's going to be made very apparent on the full moon on the 9th. So I'm hearing hang on to your horses and have no fear and let go of what needs to be let go of. And we are coming into the fourth house with Capricorn there, and you have Pluto, and that's change and transformation, and it's retrograde at 19 going back into 18. And it's like, wow, what is changing on the home front? What needs to be changed on the home front? And as you're coming into the fifth house of fun, sex, creativity, children, you have the energy of Aquarius in there, and you do not have anything pounding on top of, so it looks to be a social time in June. As we come into the sixth house of work, health, service, daily routine, you have Chiron. Chiron, the wounded healer, and it's at 28 degrees, excuse me. And what is it saying? What needs to be healed? Okay, it's in Pisces. So what is it that needs to be healed in your life? We have Neptune in there, And Neptune is direct until the 16th, and then it's going to be going retrograde, and it will end at 14 degrees. But it's like, what is going on in there? What needs to be healed in your work, health, service, daily routine? Are you looking at what is outside that is causing something inside, an illness inside? Be aware of that one, and we'll get more as we go. Now, in your seventh house of relationships, you have Uranus in there. You have Uranus at 27 going to 28 degrees of Aries, and you also have Venus starting out the month at 24 degrees in your seventh house. So the balance of relationships, unusual relationships, meeting unusual different people. Now, Venus is going to be moving into Taurus in your eighth house on the 7th. Other people's money, death, inheritance, taxes, and you have Mercury that's already there. So what needs to be communicated? It looks to be very beneficial. You have Taurus in there. So if you are, and there's been quite a few that signing contracts has come up. And when you are dealing with other people's money, make sure that it is in writing, okay? When you are doing something for someone and it is for a financial gain or a property gain, you are getting something out of. Someone is offering you X amount of dollars for. Make sure you get that in writing. All right. And there again, we also have to remember that wealth is not monetary and service is good for the soul. So that doesn't mean that you are going to be doing things for other people's money just for other people's money, but also for them. Now, as Mercury moves into the ninth house on the 7th, it's the energy of Gemini that's in your ninth house, long distance travels, higher learnings. You have a new moon on the 23rd. You have the sun shining down on top of long distance travels and higher learning. Mars starts out there at 27 degrees. So are you going to be taking a trip in June? A trip that is further away than normal? That's a really good possibility. I'm really feeling on that. And there again, that doesn't mean that there might not be also a shift in I'm hearing, feeling shift in home, moving further away to find that home. Um, the home is where the heart is, and that's very, very important to remember. All right, if your home is no more and where you were is no more, look at the adventure of it and not the loss. We have new challenges, and we have to remember that it is the compost in life that makes the best fertilizer for growth. So even though things are changing, because earth changes are happening, they are now to the point where no one can deny, unless they're in denial. uh, and I would hate to rain on their parade, but one of these days it's gonna. It's the earth changes. Planetarily things are going on. Things are happening out there in the universe. And whether it's Planet X or a comet or an asteroid or a UFO, and the alien life forms appear on planet Earth. I mean, to the millions, to the masses, more so than what's been hidden. You know, I mean, crop circles, come on. We know something's up. We know we are not the most intelligent life source when we're trying to kill each other. I mean, seriously. You know, you kill somebody to reap what reward? Um, yeah, I'm not a fan of organized religions who teach and preach hate of one another. If a religion does not preach love, it's somebody's making money, somebody's getting a power trip over the control aspect of it. No, the base of is love, loving others. The base of all religions is loving others. And until we love others as ourselves, yeah, it's a challenging world we live in, people. So we have to learn to grit and bear it because frowns take more muscles than smiles. Now, as I said, the sun is starting out in the 10th or ninth house at 10 degrees, and it's going to be moving into Cancer in your 10th house, spotlighting your career on the 22nd. At the end of the month, the sun will be at 8 degrees. So what's in your career? You have Mars that's moving there on the 5th. You have Mercury that's moving there on the 22nd. So what kind of new career advancements are you looking to make? Mars is going to be in there the whole month, or you know, at the end from the 5th. Well, the whole month and then some because it's only 16 degrees. Okay, Mercury comes in on the 22nd, and yes, it's going to be flying through because it's 18 degrees already at the end of the month, you know, bypassing Mars. But there is a point there where they're going to be communicating, you know, right before the end of the month. What's in your career? That sun's going to be shining. What is it with your career that you need to communicate in order to make changes? Okay, what is that unusual, inspirational ideas that you might have? And remember to keep the balance. Don't do it for the money. Do it because it makes you happy. You need to have that balance. Yes, a monetary aspect is good, but you need to be happy with you. In your 11th house, you have Leo. Hopes, wishes, friends, associates. You know your friends love you, or shall I say, your friends know you love them because you make it very obvious by the gifts that you give them. You like to bestow kind words as well as presents, and your presents are very nice. In your 12th house, you have the energy of Virgo, secrets, institutions, jails, hidden enemies. Um, you're pretty good at organizing things like that. What is hurting you? You're learning to finally let it go. You're learning to communicate to finally let it go. With Saturn, you know, squaring your 12th house, it's like, okay, what do I need to let go of? You know, organizing of. You know, where are those secrets that you need to reveal that are no longer serving you and have never served you well? All right, that is something that you need to consider. All right, so as we are looking at the whole month of June of 2017, you will not be unaffected by the changes that are happening to everyone everywhere. With the planetary changes, how can we not be affected? I can't think of any. I can't think of how we cannot be affected by what's going on around us unless um, I was thinking, unless we were the elite, but then surely things must be changing around them too, because they are fighting for control and afraid to lose that control. And Libra, you have that balance, and we need more people in the world who have balance mentally, spiritually, physically, emotionally. So keep up the great work of keeping the balance in people around you, because somebody's got to do it. You know, not everybody can be as balanced as the scales. So, Libra, it has been fun, and make sure you check out my Patreon, like, share, and subscribe. And I look forward to seeing you in July. See you. Love you. Bye.